guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're making a very famous Chinese stir-fried cauliflower dish, the dry pot cauliflower. This is a very simple recipe with lots of flavor, and besides the recipe, I'm also going to share with you what exactly is dry pot and its origin. Check it out. Hi new friend, this is Erica right here. I'm a Taiwanese citizen currently living in America. Cooking and traveling are my passion, so I'm here to share with you my favorite Asian recipes. On top of that, I also make videos talking about food knowledge and a history background of the dish on this channel. So if that interests you, please subscribe and keep watching. Dry pot cauliflower is a very famous Hunan dish, and you can see it in a lot of Chinese restaurants here in the US as well. But do you know what exactly is dry pot? If you have tried a lot of Chinese food before, you probably heard of at least one of the below. Hot pot, 火锅, or the spicy instant pot, 麻辣香锅, or the dry pot, 干锅. All these three variable cuisine are all either originated from Sichuan or got famous or more popular in the area. And as you may know already, the food from Sichuan province is famous for its strong flavor, either savory or spicy. Mainly spicy, I'll say. The difference between hot pot, dry pot, and the instant pot is not about different dishes, but more of a different cooking method. Hot pot is a flavorful broth served inside a metal pot with constant heating under it, so you can cook and eat at the same time. While spicy instant pot is almost like a dry hot pot that is cooked before serving. And instead of cooking your ingredient in a broth, spicy instant pot is actually stir-fried with more of a concentrated sauce. Now about the dry pot that we're making today, it is kind of similar to the spicy instant pot because it is spicy and stir-fried, but it is more of a cooking method that goes with one main ingredient with less customizability. Simply put, a simple hot pot that you order your broth and your ingredients and it was served in front of you raw so you can cook it yourself and eat at the same time. It's more of an experience. Which in spicy instant pot, you order your ingredient and your flavor, and the chef will cook it behind the scene and serve it in a big ball to you on your dining table. And for dry pot, it's kind of similar to the spicy instant pot. You just can't choose your own ingredient. Instead, you order a dish that was cooked in dry pot method. So there will be dry pot chicken, dry pot pork, and also the dish that we're making today, the dry pot cauliflower. So now you know the difference between these cooking method and cuisine. Let me show you how to make today's dish, the dry pot cauliflower. Here's the ingredients that we'll need for today's dry pot cauliflower. Here's my cauliflower that I purchased in an Asian supermarket. This is a Chinese cauliflower. It's a little bit different than the one we saw in the New England area here in the US. You can see that the stem is way looser in this type. If you can't get your hands on one of these cauliflower, just get the normal one will do as well. Besides this, we also need some pork belly. Here is a frozen pork belly that I pre-froze before, so it's easier to cut into thinner slices later. And we also need some purple onion, some chili if you want it to be spicy. If you don't want it to be so spicy, you can use the dried chili, so it's not as spicy as the fresh one. And we also need some garlic and scallion. The rest of the seasoning and the exact amount of the ingredient will be listed in the description box down below. First things first, let's prep our ingredients. Use a knife to cut off the cauliflower from its stem, and then chop it into your preference of bite size. The more uniform is the cauliflower, the less likely it's gonna get burned in the air fryer later. You can either keep the stem or toss it out, but I like to keep it since it tastes as good as the rest of the plant in my opinion. Next, slice your pork belly into thin slices. The rest is very simple. Just chop your onion and slice your garlic, chili, as well as scallion and set them aside. Now, the traditional dry pot cauliflower is normally pre-fried before they stir-fry it. This step can ensure that the cauliflower is cooked through but still kept its crunchy texture. Because pure stir-frying is really hard to evenly cook through a cauliflower or a broccoli in a short period of time. But deep frying at home is always a chaos to me, so I'm gonna replace this step with an air fryer. If you don't have an air fryer and you also don't want to deep fry it, you can use the third option, which is boil it in salt water for 2 minutes. Just make sure you don't overboil it or else it will lose all of its crunchiness. And if you're going to air fry your cauliflower, here's how you do it. Put all your cauliflower in a mixing bowl and sprinkle 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 tablespoon of olive oil on them. Use the spatula or tossing technique to make sure all pieces are coated with salt and oil. Put them into an air fryer that is set into 400 Fahrenheit or 205 Celsius for 10 minutes. Depending on how strong is your air fryer, you might need a little bit less or a little bit more time. When the time's up, take it out and you'll see some browning on the edge of the cauliflower. This is perfect and we are ready to stir fry. If you don't really like the browning, you can lower the temperature to 360 to 380 degrees and maybe fry for a little bit longer. Just make sure when you take it out, it's an edible crunchiness, because when we stir fry later, we're not gonna put it in the heat for too long. Now, heat up your wok and add in some oil. When the oil is hot, we'll stir fry our onion base first. The traditional dry pot is normally served on a mini portable alcohol stove on a dining table to keep it hot. So this onion base is to prevent the food above it from burning during the dining experience. So all we need to do is fry out the onion aroma and stop right here. Because if you cook it for too long, the onion will start softening up and lose its purpose. And since the sauce of the dish will slowly drip down to the onion, we don't need to season it at all. But if you're planning on serving your dry pot on a normal plate, you can either skip the whole step of the onion or you can cook it a little bit more to fit your preference. Now I'll lay the onion on the bottom of my plate and we can move on to our main ingredient, the cauliflower. Heat up your wok and add in a little bit of oil. Wait till the oil is hot, add in your pork belly slices. We want to sear the pork belly till it's little golden brown so the lard can be cooked out and give the dish some extra aroma. Now with a carbon steel wok, it will char up very fast, but if you're using a normal non-stick pan, you might need to wait for a little bit longer. Now as soon as you see your pork belly start to char up a little bit, you can add in your garlic slices. We want the garlic to char up a little as well, but not burned. As soon as you see your garlic start to change color, we can clear up a space in the wok and add in some sesame oil to mix with our chili bean sauce later. We gotta wait for a few seconds for the sesame oil to heat up, and then we can add in our chili bean sauce. We want our chili bean sauce to come in contact with oil and heat right away so it can activate the sauce and make it smell and taste better. As soon as you see the sauce start bubbling and making sizzling noise, give it around 10 seconds to heat up and you can mix in all the ingredients together. Now keep the heat in medium high. We're ready to add in our cauliflower. Give it a few flips. Then add in your soy sauce from the side of the wok to activate its aroma and add in some sugar as well. Quickly flip them a few times or use a spatula to mix them all together. And then you can add in your chili rings if you want it to be more spicy and colorful. Flip, flip, flip. Top it out with some scallion and done! The Chinese dry pot cauliflower is ready. Ooh, it looks so good. The smell is amazing as well. Dry pot dishes are normally cooked in a carbon steel wok. If you don't have one, you can also use a non-stick pan to make them, of course, but with a medium heat and a longer cooking time. This is a pretty strong flavored dish that pairs really well with a bowl of rice. If you never tried it before, you should definitely give it a try. Now, while we're enjoying this cauliflower together, let's learn some Chinese. The word of the day today is 干锅花椰菜, dry pot cauliflower. The first two characters 干锅 means dry pot, a cooking method. And the last two characters 花椰菜 means cauliflower. In traditional Chinese in Taiwan, we call it 花椰菜. But in China, with the simplified Chinese, they normally call it 花菜. So dry pot cauliflower in Chinese is 干锅花椰菜 or 干锅花菜. Thank you for cooking with me till the end. Let me know if you like this recipe by giving this video a thumbs up. It's only gonna take you a second, but it means a lot to me. I make video on YouTube every Monday and Thursday, so remember to hit that bell and you'll never miss out. Last but not least, don't forget to subscribe on my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!